It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It's played through for him. It's a goal kick. Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. And they win it back again. Driving forward. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Pelé. Oh, played right into his path. Ronaldinho. And it's Rivaldo. Now it's Iniesta. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. And this is Dembele. He's found a way through. Oh, well played, well played. And that was very necessary. And this is Dembele. Cruyff. Serginho. Now Cruyff.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And we've reached half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
BOTAFOGO really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
BOTAFOGO have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already. And we are already promptly back underway. Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
He had a chance to off...
And the finish! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Roberto Carlos. Serginho. Pirlo, a player of legendary status. No, he's not getting his way this time. And he has been fouled there. Oh, he really got hold of that.
Pirlo has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He's found a way through. Iniesta. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Iniesta powering forward here. The ball has bounced loose now. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That's a little off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. That's been slipped through. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Thuram. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That's good defending, very good defending. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Dembele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rivaldo. Vitinha. Now it's Pelé. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Roberto Carlos just eases him off the ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And it's Ibrahimovic looking for the run. Now that's well seen too. Puskas. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic proves just a little bit too strong. Puskás on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
Well, I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a third.
He looks a really hungry player right now. Koeman. Carvajal. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And that has not gone well. Ronaldinho. Oh, strongly challenged there. Now it's Pelé. Puskás takes a shot! And the counter is on. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Muscular approach does pay off here. Now it's Pelé. Plenty to aim at here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ronaldinho looking to penetrate opposition lines. Stood up well to him there. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Jubilo Iwata appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
And here's Dembele. Carvajal does well to get it back. That's a lovely, neat pass. Roberto Carlos, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Puskás. Puskás is in a really good position out wide. And it's claimed by the keeper. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, no joy this time. Iniesta. And this is Dembele.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Dembele. Serginho. It could be in here. Cruyff. And the pass is intercepted. And that is that. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Puskás claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Botafogo definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Señoras y señores, tenemos un niño perdido. Al padre de un niño...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pass somewhat off target. Cruyff.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, easy pickings there. Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. Xavi. Serginho. Cruyff. And this is Pele. Cruyff. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's quick to get it clear again. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Good pressure, determined, intense. And that's gone loose. Xavi.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Barcelona finding their passes. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Nice sequence of passes, this. Some really good ball movement. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Puskás. Pele. Pele. Pele! Oh, what are we quick to recover this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's in on... And Puskás! Oh, another save. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short, and this is Cruyff. Rummenigge. And now a sudden chance to counter. Just eases him off the ball. Passing nice and neat. He's tried one! And he comes up trumps again. Barcelona have their second corner now. Cruyff clears it away. Corner number 3 coming up. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, he's bustling through here. Looking for options for movement. And he's there to retrieve it. Cruyff. He's a sharp little ball here. That's good running with the ball. Pelé proves just a little bit too strong. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Can he get it through?
Pretty robust defending.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Puskás. Now it's Pelé. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
That's really well manoeuvred. Great vision. Oh, just skips past his man. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about...
Tries a shot! He scores! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Cruyff.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Crossed into the middle. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Looking for the run. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Koeman pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Serginho. It's Roberto Carlos. Pirlo, a player of legendary status. Now it's Pelé. Played into space. Defending of the desperate variety. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? That's a good ball out wide. They've got a corner here. Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's been taken short. And that is expertly dealt with. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that pass isn't the best. Not the most accurate pass. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Koeman is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cafu, and he's got his cross in. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Xavi. Pele. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Puskás, pinches it off him.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That has ended up in no man's land. Barcelona have a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Pele will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
And it's Roberto Carlos. Played back in. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Saves it. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Big header! And it's come back out to him. Oh, that's a waste.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
BOTAFOGO have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Neymar wins the duel this time. Can he get on the end of this? Out to the left it goes. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Roberto Carlos threads one in, spread neatly. It's gone out for a throw-in. Cafu simply refused to be outdone there. Deep into stoppage time. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And there goes the final whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
BOTAFOGO can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter...
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
What a start. Free kick. Hello! It's their first effort on goal. Botafogo with the corner, they're first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Takes a shot! Rising over the bar.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Ambitious ball here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
It's Pele! Now that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Belletti. That's Guardiola. Bellingham. Bullet. Puskas. Puskas is steaming forward. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And it's Cruyff. It's played through for him. And this is Pele. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Adams is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for the run. Played into space out wide. Guardiola is always scanning the pitch for targets. That's a little off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, that has not gone well. Still goalless. Good running, strong and purposeful. Passing nice and neat. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Pull it. Now he's got space here. Scholes. Roberto Carlos. Cannavaro cuts it out. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. Puskas. That is ended up in no man's land. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Puskas. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Played into space. Delivers with whip. And he's there to clear it. Oh, this looks sharp. He's got away. Referee's given a throw. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Nice-looking ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, well played. Pirlo. Now it's Puskás. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. And it's Pirlo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be 1 minute
Guardiola.
added time.
Manchester United finding their passes. Pirlo. Adams gets across to intercept that. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
No balls at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the game has already resumed here.
BOTAFOGO have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And this is Cruyff. He's through now, and he shoots! And that has been clubbed away. The muscular approach does pay off here. Can he get on the end of this? Can he latch onto this? Can he get onto this? Chance! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
And Platini! It's off target and by quite a way. Costa Curta. Koeman. Pirlo. Scholes. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Koeman. Puskás. Threads one in. Drilled in low. And he's hit it long. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Scholes. He's going for goal!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the It's Ibrahimovic! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Oh, played right into his path. Puskás gets through on his own. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Substitution for Manchester United.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Ibrahimovic.
Hello!
Coming on to replace him is
He's missed, but
number
not by that
23.
far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, easy pickings there. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Pelé, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Guardiola. Pullet can be a real threat inside the box. Oh, that's a key interception. Belletti. Pullet. Now it's Cruyff, looking to play him in.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Pelé. Looking for options for movement. Shoots! It's a goal! Do not write them off! Back they come! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
79 minutes is number 9.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Nice interception, well timed. And it's Michel Platini. The ball has bounced loose now. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gattuso demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Serginho gets into a good position. Tries to pass it through. Taken back almost
There
at
will be
once.
3 minutes added time.
And this is Puskás. BOTAFOGO have it back and can go again.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely shaped ball. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos. And that is that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Puskás voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
And now, please turn towards the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. Well, there was a time when Hungary ruled world football, inspired by the mighty Magyars, a team that went 32 games unbeaten, which was something quite unheard of in those days, and leading their front line was a man known as the Galloping Major.
Ferenc Puskás, a man who boasted a strike rate greater than a goal a game, and this is a career which spanned nigh on 800 games. Incredible, quite incredible.
Absolutely so. Described as beyond world class, a player from the land of dreams. What will Hungary's big chance?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great vision. And this is Pele. Vitinha. And it's Serginho. Ball's gone out of play. Vitinha. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos. Now it's Nakamura. He's tried one! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Roberto Carlos. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks.
Big header! Oh, not the best of headers. Pass somewhat off target. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham. And it's Cruyff. Played into space. No, that's been intercepted. Cruyff is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, it's Dembele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. BOTAFOGO looking to pass their way through. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Puskas. A header! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nakamura stood his ground strongly. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a grab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. BOTAFOGO presented with a golden opportunity here. This to make it 1-0. Oh, brilliant stop from Pickford. Pirlo's cross. Tries to pass it through. And he's let fly. And that certainly packed a punch. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. That is a brilliant interception. And now they can spring out of defence. And he was quick to react. Nakamura. Oh, it's Dembele.
Palmeiras really have decided to turn to the long ball. That's very obvious now.
And how did they go about making that work?
Well, they can't neglect accuracy, and it can turn that opposition defence into facing its own goal, which so often can cause problems.
Makaleli has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Good ball over the top. And the shot! Oh, super goal! A finish of true class! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Palmeiras are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And it's made its way to him. And he's there to belt it away. Palmeiras couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Looking for the run. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Half-time getting close now. Makaleli cuts out the pass. Vitinha can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, that's well spotted. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pelé. Nicely weighted ball. Beckenbauer. Now it's Pelé.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Oh, nearly. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pirlo making good progress on the right-hand side. Serginho goes on a charge down the left. Kuma. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we're underway again.
Botafogo really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Pickford. Carvajal. Makaleli. Now it's Roberto. He's having a hit! Oh, bang on target. Pele. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
That was travelling. No, he's not getting his way this time. It's a searching pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That has been cut short. Now it's Pele. Nakamura. Now it's Yamal. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And he's taking no chances there.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Rijkaard.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Probing pass. That's been cut out, well played. Makaleli. Now it's Yamal. Yamal receives it in a good position here. Carvajal. Pirlo. That has not gone well. And it's Carvajal. Now it's Pele. Pele couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Carvajal. And it's Cruyff. That is good alertness. Vitinha. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Makaleli. And he's forced to go back. And it's Cáceres. Carvajal. Now it's Yamal. Serginho. Always onto this. He's found some space. Very nicely done. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Roberto Carlos. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Cruyff. Good play on the left-hand side here. Vitinha. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cruyff. Yamal. Nakamura. Threads one in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's been shifted off it. And here's Yamal. This is Dembele. Vitinha! And that is doing no harm at all. Roberto Carlos. Some good work on the right flank here. It's Nakamura! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Nakamura clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That pass isn't the best. Well, that is one way to stop him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is lovely. Time added on will be 2 minutes. No unnecessary risks, and that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your reflections then, Jim?
Botafogo desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Não deixem de visitar nossa loja oficial.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Nice sequence of passes, this. Cruyff.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to...
And the shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Bullet duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Van Dijk. Thuram. Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Rummenigge. Oh, he's bustling through here. Rummenigge! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's played forward. It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham.
BOTAFOGO really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Looking for options for movement. Now he's got space here. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Cannavaro. Kimmich. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Pirlo. Davids. Pullet. Passing nice and neat. Oh, that looks a good ball. Goes for a shot! Roberto Carlos. Carvajal is one whose deliveries we all know about. Beckenbauer. And it's Roberto Carlos. What a throw in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Rijkaard. Kimmich. Cannavaro. Kimmich, a player who needs no introduction. Almost half an hour in now. And he plays one through. Chance! Running on! That is just brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Victoria do have a chance to counter here. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Van Dijk gets a foot in and wins the ball. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Pass somewhat off target. Roberto Carlos. BOTAFOGO are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Thuram. Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played into space. Messi. Now it's Pelé. Lovely feet. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Carvajal just loves to go forward whenever he can.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Now it's Pelé. Kimmich. Victoria looking to pass their way through.
That's going in strongly.
Davids gets into a good position. Now shapes to shoot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. How was the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Vimos a todos a vossa máxima atenção. Obrigado.
And the action is back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Davids. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. And that's put paid to a promising move. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And the pass is intercepted. Roberto Carlos going full steam ahead down the left flank. Victoria finding their passes.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Cannavaro. Kimmich. Messi. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's clever.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Van Dijk. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Davids. And this is Hullet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Here's Cannavaro. Rijkaard. Kimmich. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gets his head on it! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Well, he got...
Oh, what has happened here? Rijkaard. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Hullet. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Hullet. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. Played back. Opts for safety. Cannavaro. Roberto Carlos. In with the challenge. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Cruyff. Into the last quarter of an hour. Nicely shaped ball. Beckenbauer.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Carvajal can get it clear. Rijkaard. Hullet. Davids. That's Rijkaard. Threads one in. Oh, important interception. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter.
Tries from a long way out. Kimmich. And it's Cannavaro. Thuram. And it's Kimmich. Hullet looking to add to his goal. Davids. Oh, easy pickings there. Pele. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That's that, the end. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
That's...
Oh no, what has happened here? He is through here. Big chance! They've scored! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. The referee's awarded a free kick. Rijkaard. That's good vision. Oh, Red, nice interception. It's run loose. Merino! Oh, taken with style. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rijkaard. Costa Curta. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Lopez. And here's Marino. A disastrous start. 2 down in next to no time. Now Costa Curta. And they've switched it over to the other side. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks it. Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Beckenbauer. Looking tidy in possession here. That looks a decent ball. Cruyff. Looking to play him in. It's a searching pass. That has not gone well. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Beckenbauer defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. A probing pass. Now it's Hullet. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And this is Pele! Oh, that pass isn't the best. BOTAFOGO are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. But he's made sure that's not getting through. Pirlo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cruyff charging forward, the ball at his feet. It's come to nothing. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Pele! And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. That pass has been well intercepted.
Corinthians couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Rijkaard. Pele, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Dembele, tries to play it through, delivers the ball. Oh, what a climb! Goal! Corinthians! Corinthians take the lead! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Defending was strong and firm. Played out to the right. That is ended up in no man's land. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Conte. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And this is Pele. He is through here. Conte. Pirlo. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. And the volley. And Czech pulls off a sensational save. This possibly the last play of the half. And he gets rid in a hurry. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
BOTAFOGO can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
It's a pretty loose pass. Hullet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's let fly. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Thuram with the clearance. He's having a go. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Carlos actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Vitinha gets it away. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Hullet. Vitinha. Oh, that's neat. This looks promising. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's being urged to shoot. Roberto Carlos. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, now here's an interest. He's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2, then. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And this Hullet has another goal. Brilliant by Vitinha. That is a gem, an absolute gem. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Corinthians are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Vitinha. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Carvajal. And it's Carvajal. And this is Pele. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, no joy this time. Pirlo. No way through there. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Dembele. Pirlo.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Conte. Roberto Carlos. Vitinha. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, important interception. Stoichkov is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Botafogo are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
And the return pass, and it's Vitinha. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And here's Hullet. Maldini. Rijkaard. And this is Dembele. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Great vision. And this is Pele. That's a cute ball. Dembele stood his ground strongly. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And one more try! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against BOTAFOGO.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Pirlo standing over it.
You start as you mean to go on, Peter. Make this a good one.
Germany have the chance to go the other way. That's a nicely shaped ball. Kagawa is on his own. He's free, he has got space. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. BOTAFOGO present their opponents with the best possible chance here to open the scoring. He can't put it away.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Looking for options for movement. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Olise. Kirkchu. Olise. Oh, he's been caught napping. That's a decent clearance. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Osimhen. He's in a good position. Olise! Fantastic from Olise! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can...
And he's let fly. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to shots on goal, but they have to start doing a lot better.
Now it's Olise. And it's White. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Out towards the flank. Great chance! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
It's a searching pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He has found the way through. Takes a shot! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't...
Chance for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And this is Puskás. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That'll be a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Pirlo with the short one. Pirlo. Oh, shooting chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
BOTAFOGO have their third corner. Pirlo goes short, and here's Pirlo. That is a brilliant interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that has not gone well. Cruyff. Osimhen, who's set up one goal so far. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Cruyff. Olise does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And he's intervened well there. And it's Gravenberch. Well timed, excellent interception. Gravenberch, it's a really well measured ball. And it's made its way to him. Kagawa knocks it out wide.
There will be 3 minutes.
Can he get it through? Delivery from Mbappe. He rises! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And here's the chance to counter. And they're quick to get it back. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen.
The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitution for Germany, number 8. Osimhen.
And so we're off again.
Coming on the field is number 18.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Torres, driving forward. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that's a fine interception. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. Can he get onto this? He's shifting through the gears here. Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's a pretty loose pass. Puskás. Great vision. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's straight offside. Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Now it's Pelé. Germany are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And it's White. He's picked his way through, produces a cross. Now it's Mbappe. Delivery from Mbappe. And that has been cleared. Pelé. Now, can they get him away? And he's worked it through. He's found a way through. He's had a shot! Kupchu. Gravenberg. Olise. Kagawa can so cleverly bypass the press. White. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Passing is crisp and sharp, aimed beyond the defence. Pirlo. Threads one in. Oh, perfectly measured that. Not the most accurate pass. Kagawa. Gravenberg. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Torres. Olise. White. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Played out wide. Now the delivery. Terrific header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Coming on to replace him is number 22.
Carvajal. That's a little off target. And it's Kaka. White. And he cuts out the supply.
Germany really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Brilliantly cut out. And this is Pelé. Nicely shaped ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played out to the right. Now that looks a decent ball. Goes for a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Out towards the flank. And the shot! 5 minutes left on the clock.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Substitution for Germany, number 7, Mbappe.
And he has been fouled there. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. Distributed tidily. Now it's Pelé. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Germany have reclaimed it. Played out to the left flank. To Nielsen. Cruyff quietly revving up. Puskás.
There will be
Now
1
it's
minute
Puskás.
added time.
Oh, that's fabulous. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Kaká powering forward here. And that will be it. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually. Certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Botafogo can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please kindly remove any cars parked on the road outside.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner.
It's Pelé! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Rijkaard proves too strong. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cafu. Messi. Cross from Cafu. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Played it early. BOTAFOGO have the chance to go the other way. Knocks it into space. Carvajal kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. And it's Bellingham. Cafu. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Costa Curta receives it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mendes tries to clear. He's gone for goal. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Ødegaard. And that is out of play. Pelé. That's a little off target. Now it's Mane. Bellingham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Ødegaard proves just a little bit too strong. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. A probing pass. That's been slipped through. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Mane. He's picked, tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi with the short one. Skims one in. And now they can spring out of defence. He's beaten the last man. Pelé. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Some good work on the right flank here. Ødegaard! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Ødegaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Cruyff. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Haaland. Well-timed, excellent interception. Nuno Mendes. Ødegaard. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Roberto Carlos clears it away. Well, that pass isn't the best. Mane. Mendes could try cutting inside here. Cleared away. Can he finish? A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Costa Curta. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pirlo, a true great in every sense of the word. Spread out to the left. Now it's Mane. Mane goes on a run down the left wing. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Keeper has taken decisive action.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. And he was alert to it.
Teremos minuto
Rijkaard.
de acréscimo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Haaland. And he welcomes it in. Big chance! Goal! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. One sweeping move. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So off we go once more.
BOTAFOGO really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Thuram, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Cafu, and it's Messi. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. And here's Haaland. Now it's Pele, and this is Puskas. Nuno Mendes. And it's Thuram. It's Bellingham.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Thuram. Oh, good-looking ball. Haaland chasing after it. Puskas. Now, can they get him away? Pirlo gets into a good position.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
BOTAFOGO still this single goal behind. Mane looking to add to his goal. Thuram. And it's Mane. Nuno Mendes.
Pretty robust defending.
And it's Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Cruyff with the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry.
BOTAFOGO really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Scholes. Oh, he's found support out wide. Nuno Mendes. He's in plenty of space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, he's burst through! He's one-on-one! And he's quick to get it clear again. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, some tackle that. Oh no, what has happened here? Messi's cross, and he's taking no chances there. Bellingham, he's going for goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Teremos uma substituição.
Bale! It's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any...
On the finish!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free, he should be locked up after that.
They've played it short. Delivers the ball. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Wilshere. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Puskás. Now it's Pelé.
That's alert.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end, then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic,